Welcome. I'm Mr. Arthur Graham. I'm one of the faculty members in the Department of Recreation and Leisure Studies, and most of you already know me. Either you've taken a class from me or I'm your academic advisor. This is REL 411, an online class that we've developed as part of the Rec Management concentration, and it's one of the new required courses. I'd like to go over a few things with you in terms of syllabus and us all getting to learn how to do an online course. Okay, so I've got the syllabus in front of me, and if you go to Angel and you go to the Resources tab, you'll find that that's where the syllabus is at. I want to remind you that the syllabus is in fact a contract. It's a contract between you and me, and by staying in the class you are in fact agreeing to the terms of this contract. And what's interesting is a little bit later in the course we'll talk a little bit about contract law. The first element is a textbook. The textbook is Legal Concepts in Sports, and here it is. You should be able to find that in the bookstore. We will use it. The next point is we will be using the APA style of writing in terms of your citations. Now again, many of you should already know how to do reference citations, and you should know how to do in-text citations. And if you look as part of the first welcome module here, the welcome module, you'll find that there is a web link to the APA website, and there is a tutorial there. That's going to be your first website exploration assignment. Okay. The next part of the syllabus is the student learning outcomes. And what we do is we try to tell you what it is you're going to learn. What are the basic concepts that you're going to learn? I'm not trying to make lawyers out of everybody. What we're trying to do is give you all the necessary parts of the law and regulations that apply to recs and parks, and because you're going to need this when you become an assistant director or a director or some sort of administrator within the field. And so please spend some time looking over the student learning outcomes. Okay, the next part of this is the syllabus is called Miscellaneous Information. And here there are different topics. The first one is that we have to really be attuned to is the fact that this is an online course, and that the learning modules have components that require student participation, discussion forums. And we can't go back. Okay, none of us have the time to go back when someone falls behind or whatnot. So what I'm saying is that the modules are going to be up for a specific time. The assignments have to be turned in during that time frame, and the discussion forum element of it has to be completed. Now if you look at your syllabus and then you look at other parts of the content in the learning modules, you'll find what I'm expecting of you in terms of participation in a discussion forum. There is in fact up online a discussion forum rubric, and I'm going to use that to assess your ability to discuss topics. And as we progress through the course, the grade weight of a discussion forum will increase. All of us are pretty rookies here when it comes to this online course stuff, and certainly I am no exception, and I haven't done much in the way of discussion forums. And so we're going to work on this together, and we're going to learn together, but as we go on we should become more accomplished, so therefore I should be able to assign a greater weight to your ability to discuss forum. Okay, students with disabilities, if you have a disability, please contact the college office for student disabilities, get yourself registered, and they'll notify me as to what type of accommodations that are needed. There's another paragraph here on net etiquette. Okay, we need to be civil. We shouldn't be using any curse words. And I hope that we will have what I call a civil discourse in the discussions forums. Some of the topics can be controversial, and that's just the nature of the beast. But again, we need to be civil and respect each other's opinions. So there's a piece here on discussion forums. There's a piece here on grading. Okay, typically I am going to attempt to have each module worth 100 points. But as you look through the syllabus, you're going to see that that's not always the case. But that's a starting point. Okay, we're going to have the discussion forums. We're going to have something called video synopsis. Okay, and basically you might look at and view several videos. Okay, and then I want you to write about what you saw in the video. And there's a form up on Angel that you can use to complete this assignment and then place it in the appropriate Dropbox. There's also what I call website explorations. You're going to be going to several websites and you're going to look at those and you're going to explore them. And again, there is a file up in Angel which gives you the criteria for a website exploration and an example. Okay. On occasion there'll be a few reflective papers, and I would rather call these documents. Some of you now have a better understanding if you were in my 302 classes last fall that I'm trying to get away from students thinking of themselves as students but as prospective employees, and so therefore instead of calling a college assignment a paper, I'm going to start calling it an official document. Okay, so you'll have some of those. There's also a real big note here. As you know, that this is the first time this course has been taught, so all the material is new, and it takes an awful lot of time to put the material together, come up with a cogent way of communicating that information to you, and to assessing it. If you look at page 4 of the syllabus, where the assignments and the points are allocated, you'll see that that's not totally complete. I reserve the right to complete that over the course of the semester. And I think all of you know that I am, if anything, very, very fair and reasonable when it comes to grading and assignments and those kinds of things. But we have to have the self-discipline to get these done within the module time periods. Okay? I will be creating a calendar in Angel that some of you are familiar with, again, because you've had my courses. And I think that's about it. One other item, if you are an REL major, then you must receive a C or better in this class to be considered as being passing. So just keep that in mind. I've also put in here information for grading your papers. Again, many of you have seen that. I've put in here tips for writing business papers, and I've also put a piece in here on how to read research. Okay, that is scholarly works. One of the things that we're probably going to do in here is there are going to be some times when we're going to, or I'm going to ask you to read a court case. Okay, and what it is, it's a synopsis of a trial. In this case, it's a civil trial, and we'll get to that when we get into civil law. And reading court cases are very interesting, and I think you'll find it fun and enjoyable and very enlightening. So I want to welcome you again to the course. I look forward to writing you online. What I would like to do is to for each of the modules, I really would like to have a short video like this, which will set the tone of the module that we're going to explore. Okay, whether it is federal law, state courts, aquatics law, food service, HR. Okay, I would like to be able to set the tone. Your book does a fairly good job of covering all of these, and if you look in Angel and you look at the first module, you'll see a format. And I'm going to use that same format for every module. That is, what is it? What are the assignments? What's the time frame? And something called keywords and phrases. Now, the keywords and phrases should be a code word for you for items that you might see on a quiz. but I'm going to use the same format throughout so that you can become accustomed to that. Okay, I'm also working on embedding these videos so it'll be very easy for you to just click on them in Angel and have them come up. So again, welcome to REL 411, and I hope that we have some fun and enjoyment over the summer. See y'all a little later.